Former Gennady Golovkin Max guys is nothing. Punch. Trainer Abel Sanchez claims that Terence Crawford will need a knockout. He needs to stop Canelo Alvarez in their potential fight in September. Now, I use the word potential because I, as of recording this video, really haven't heard any details about the fight other than it's supposed to be going on. Abel Sanchez did a brand new interview with KO Artist Sports, and he had some interesting things to say. Quote, I think Terence Crawford, he's a great fighter, but Bob Foster was also. Abel Sanchez continues by saying, Crawford, he's moving up against a guy that has never been hurt other than a fluke punch by Jose Cotto. So he basically thinks Terence Crawford would be too small. He's moved up and fought some of the best punchers in bigger divisions and controlled them. So it is a tough task for Crawford. He's going to have to stop. It's a 12-round fight. Crawford can't be on his bike the whole night. If he wants to win the fight and he wants to be considered like he tried, he's going to have to stop, right? I think it's a blueprint for every Canelo fight since the Bivol fight. After 4, 5, 6 rounds, it's a sparring match. He's taking it easy on guys. He doesn't want to knock some of them out. He's beat on some. He doesn't beat on others, but he's controlled every fight after the Bivol fight. It's been a sparring match after the 6th round. End quote. So basically he's saying that Crawford is going to have to do something big and he's going to have to stop Canelo Alvarez. My thoughts, my thing is this. I don't know if he has to stop Canelo Alvarez, but he's going to have to win in a very dominant fashion like Dimitri Bivol did, because we know Canelo kind of gets help on the scorecards. The only thing that makes it, I guess, evens the score a little bit is that Turkey seems to really like Crawford and have a working relationship, and he even puts stuff on his social media like, you know who I'm backing. So Turkey's pretty much alluded to him backing Terence Crawford. So just like Hamza Shiraz, another guy Turkey really backs, you never know what those scorecards are going to look like. Hamza Shiraz absolutely lost to Carlos Adames, but somehow they scored it a draw. So that is one thing Crawford has going in his favor. If the fight is extremely close, maybe he does get the benefit of the doubt because he's worked with Turkey for longer and Turkey seems to really like him. I don't know, but that's more so the politics. Don't know if Crawford needs a knockout, but again, in the past, Canelo has had help on the scorecards where, you know, he had these way too far apart scorecards. Edeslandi Lara is a great example. 117 to 111, horrible scorecard. When Canelo clearly lost to Floyd Mayweather, CJ Ross scored it a draw. Even the Dimitri Bivol fight, I believe some of the scorecards were suspect and Canelo got schooled up by Dimitri Bivol. It wasn't really even competitive, so why were the scorecards close when Dimitri Bivol clearly beat him? So Canelo has proven to be hard to beat. Now, the other thing, the uphill battle for Crawford is Abel is right. Canelo is not getting hurt in multiple fights. You know, the last time we really seen him hurt where he like fell back and stuff was against Cotto's brother, as Abel Sanchez mentioned. So now Crawford's going to have to produce lightning in a bottle, moving up and being able to hurt a guy like Canelo Alvarez, who seems to have a pretty granite chin, you know, and he has to do it as a smaller man. You look at Jermell Charlo, and to me, Jermell looks like he has a bigger frame than Crawford, just naturally. Jermell didn't start at lightweight, and Canelo seemed very unfazed by Charlo's power. Like, there was no moment where 154 Charlo stung Canelo or really got his respect. So if Crawford is landing good shots and Canelo takes it really well and is unfazed and unbothered, then it's going to be bad for Terence Crawford, very bad. And that, I guess that's what the intrigue is this with the fight. I don't like the fight personally, but the only level of intrigue for me is Crawford, who's a smaller guy but better skilled, and to me a bit fresher, versus an aging, bigger, strong guy who is a good fighter, not as skilled overall in terms of like the foot speed, hand speed, you know what I mean? And he is moving up so much weight. So one thing kind of leverages the other. Like if they were naturally the same size, I would pick Crawford easy all day. But then when you factor in the actual facts, no rehydration clause, fighting at a preferred Canelo weight, Canelo probably has dibs on the ring, so he might put it in a smaller ring. The fact that Crawford likes to fight toe-to-toe, those are the things that make it a super dangerous fight, because there's a lot of people who claim to like boxing, but they don't know about boxing. They keep comparing Crawford to Floyd Mayweather. They do not fight alike. Floyd Mayweather gives you a little bit of everything. Crawford is far more aggressive and more of a go-getter. He's there to be hit, and he likes the confrontation. And he likes to show you he can beat you at your own game kind of thing. That becomes a dangerous predicament and potentially an obstacle if you're fighting a naturally bigger person and you're fighting in that stubborn way, which Crawford has done. He's fighting guys like Mean Machine, and he could have been made the switch since he's a switch hitter, and he kind of took a long time. And before he made the switch to southpaw, I believe it was, he was getting pieced up and he even got dropped by Mean Machine. So against a bigger guy like Canelo, you can't really afford to make those mistakes. Let me know what you guys think.